originally Somalia, and I born in Somalia. I grew up. There's no that much work there in Somalia at that time because it's like a war in the country. Anything can happen because if there is no powerful government, everybody's don't feel that much safe. That's why it makes me to come here, but it's still my family, half of them is back home.
They're back home.
A lot of places when I go to, they said, we don't accept it, you're closed. And I ended up to find a job for a cleaning job, which I wasn't in my mind when I was coming Canada to work. But and I remember my first job, it was like was very low rate. It was $6.50. You have to send the money in back home, and it wasn't enough for me to, support my family back home and here. Start time was 6 o'clock, and work was 6:30 in the morning. I started evening first when the people live in the offices space, so you have a chance to take the garbage and vacuum the office and do some dust. And it was overload. I was running most of the time to finish the job, which is, I was scared because I don't speak that much language. So I was saying, maybe you could get fired. Yeah, some buildings, they have students always studying staying in the floor, but some building is really scared, nobody there. And you adapt it like nobody there. If you hear something, you're gonna be die. Sometimes middle of the night, you're gonna hear something and you can say, oh my God, here is something. But anyway, you have to adapt it. That loneless, no matter what, even sometimes you have to cross building to building because there is no one building. Your routine is supposed to be 3 buildings sometimes. So when you finish this one, you have to go other one alone in the nighttime. Yeah. And it was the first day of the Ramadan. And I tell her, I'm fasting. And she said, the break time is 8:15. You cannot take other time. I tell her, I'm not gonna take in 15 minutes in 8:15 because I cannot eat. It's Ramadan, so I'm taking my 15 minutes, 10 o'clock. She said, no. This is my right. She said no, and she left. Because when you come in this country and you don't know the language, the worst thing is you think in your mind is losing your job because there is a bill you have to pay. They don't provide any training for any employee. They hire, they just write down, that's it. They said the management, they send every month or every 3 months, I don't remember, test for what they said, how to handle it, those stuff. Everybody they're gonna call, it's a sign. So it means you take it, you sign, bring, that's it. If the person doesn't know that language, it has to have opportunity who can translate and explaining them what's the dangerous way and what's not, so the person know if they did this, they can hurt themselves. Every day I tell them, you shouldn't do it, you can hurt yourself and you doing this, and she said, oh, it's okay, and I said, no, it's not okay. So some of them, most, I shouldn't say some, but most, they don't know their rights. And they don't know safety issues. And some people, they don't wear gloves when they cleaning heavy chemical, which they supposed to have a gloves. The gloves, they're gonna give it to you one pair of gloves. If it's not treated, they're not gonna change it. So sometimes you lose one, you cannot find it, and to go office, sometimes they're gonna say, we don't have gloves. Myself, when I tear it, I come back and I said, I need gloves. And he said, I give it to you. I said, after this time, he said, 1 month. If you have a 1 month, you have to buy yourself. Gloves is very expensive. But a lot of immigrant people, they don't complain at all. I understand because they don't have a time and they don't have where they can find it. It's not easy. This too. You said, oh, go there, and they don't know anything, and there's nobody can help them to file the complaint. You have to write down something, and if you don't know English, you cannot write anything. Even myself, I can speak a little bit English, but when you want to write down, it's not easy. To make writing, it's not easy. There is no, I can say, resource for to make easy, like person if he face something challenge. Yeah, maybe some people when they cannot find a job, get that fancy, they end up suicide. I get injured at the work, and for cleaning job, there is no, light duty at all. So I get really stressful, really. And they told the WCB they have a job for me, and WCB sending me back, and they give me a wheelchair, which I wasn't happy to wipe the wall and hallways all the time to do that. I am a strong person, really, and I accept it because I'm a steward, and also I don't want to quit the job, which is I sacrifice a lot to do. And I remember they pushed me so hard, which is I realized I shouldn't take that much. Yeah, I just tell them, you give me a wheelchair. I don't know how to use wheelchair. And you give me a bucket. Should I push the chair or should I carry in this one? And the manager told me, you have to do it. I said, no, I can't. You have to show me how to do it, please. And he called her to tell her she refused the job. And she came. She told me why. I said, show me, sit the chair if you want, because I don't have a disability. I just have an injury. You can show me, you can sit and show me how to do it. Because I'm like you, I don't know how to do it. I'm not complaining. She said, you'd complain. I said, no, it's not complaining. It is a safety issue. I'm injured already. I don't want to get injured again. And she said, she called him and she said how she can do it. She said, the bucket, map bucket has the wheels. He bring that one and put the bucket and little bucket inside. And he said, this has a wheel so she can kick it, and he's going there. And that's what she did. Since I was really young, I never, no matter what, if I see something, I speak. Even if my family said, if you want to witness something, if you do something wrong, don't witness it her. She will witness against you. Yeah, so that's his passion and a feeling. As long you know what you're doing, if you think this is not safe, ask like more training, or ask someone, I have this issue, and what should I do? It's really important for safety. But yes, know your rights and practice your rights. Most important. Yeah. But if you don't know your right, you cannot practice, really. Yeah, so more educational wise, first, what's my rights? Yeah. So before you even go to that employee, know your rights. And if you think there is breach a little bit in your rights, speak up.